Hi, I am Dr. Sanjay Kumar Tandle. Today brought a new chapter, that is Bhajirao I, who ruled from 1720 to 1740 Common Era. He was a general and statesman of the Maratha Empire. He was Peshwas of the Ashtapradhana, 8 ministers of the Council of the Sahu Maharaj. The Chhatrapati ruler of the empire, he is also known as Bhajirao Ballada. Bhajirao I is credited with the expansion of the Maratha Empire. In India, in his 20 years military career, he never lost a battle. Now let's know about the early life. Bhajirao was born into the Bhatt family in the Sinnar. His father, Balaji Vishwanath, was a Peshwa of the Sahu Maharaj. Bhajirao spent his childhood in his father's newly acquired field home of Sasawad. He and Chimmaji were very close. Bhajirao was inspired by the lives of the Shivaji Maharaj as well as the Sambhaji, Ramachandra Pant Amatya and Santaji Ghorpade, and his mother was Radhabai Brave. He was trained as a diplomat. Now let's know about the appointment as Peshwa. Bhajirao first was appointed as a Peshwa under the Maratha Empire. When Balaji Vishwanath died in the 1720 Common Era, Sahu appointed the 20-year-old Bhajirao first as a Peshwa. Despite opposition from the other chieftains, he is said to have preached the ideal of the Hindu paid Padshah Hindu Empire. Bhajirao convinced Sahu that the Maratha Empire had to go on the offensive against its enemies to defend itself. Now, let's know about the military achievements of the Bhajirao I. The main conquest of the Bhajirao I were these as followings, like attack on the Malwa and Gujarat, attack on Karnataka, struggle of Trimbak Rao Dabhare to defeat the Sambhaji II, help the Chhatrasal and defeating Nizam, the end of the rebels of the Konkan, attack on Portuguese. So these are the important military achievements of the Bhajirao I. Now let's know about the reforms of Bajirao. Peshwa Bajirao was not only a great soldier, but he had also virtues of the good emperor. Peshwa Bajirao showed his sign of being emperor by these works, especially power balance theory. What is the power balance theory? Let us know. At the time of the Bhajirao I, there were Maratha powers in Sindhia, Holkar and Gaikwad, etc. But Peshwa Bajirao did not let any one of them to be strong and defended Maratha Empire by following the policy of the power balance. Now, end of the internal disputes. Bhajirao first wanted to defend Maharashtra Mandal. During his last days, the distributed Mughals provinces among the Maratha Sardars and gave them the right that they could get Chauth in their province. Peshwa would have no right to interfere in the provinces. Thus, Peshwa engaged all Maratha Sardars in their work, so their internal disputes ended. Now, the follow of the diplomacy. Bhajirao first did not make late for fighting at the time of the war, but when they found that the battle was not working well, he at once made treaty and tried to insult the enemy. He helped the Chhatrasal of the Bundelkhand against the Mughals to insult his enemy Mughal emperor. Then he attacked on Mughals with the help of the Chhatrasal. This is the best example of the Peshwa diplomacy. It is said about him he had a mind of thinking and the hands of the working. Now, importantly, diplomacy. He loved the Muslim dancing girl named Mastani. Already you have seen the Bajirao Mastani film. So this is quoted in that film how there was a relation between the Mastani as well as the Bajirao first. She was a very charming and accomplished the lady of the time. She was a good musician. She looked after Bajirao like a devoted wife. Bajirao took meat and wine just to please her. She died in 1740 Common Era. Now, death of the Bajirao first. Bajirao cough caught with the virulent fever when he was exempted and ensapped in the Reverkedi and died on 28th April 1740 Common Era. He was cremated that day on the Narmada River. His body was executed due to ceaseless wars and the military campaigns. Balaji Bajirao ordered Ranoji Shinde to build the Chhatri as a memorial. The memorial is enclosed by the Dharmashala. The compound has two temple dedicated to the Ninkanteshwara Mahadeva. So this was the death of the Bajirao first. Now finally the personality of the Bajirao first. Jadunath Sarkar called Bajirao a heavenly born cavalry leader. Bajirao is considered as the most charismatic and dynamic leader in the Maratha history after Shivaji. He is also considered to be one of the greatest military general of the time. So this was the brief history of the Bajirao first. Thank you so much for listening my lecture.